Hello everyone, my name is Prajakta Dhage. Today I'll be taking a class for SY BSc first semester. The subject is Animal Diversity, which is paper 1. The chapter with which we are dealing right now is Study of Scoliodon, and this is the second lecture of this particular chapter. So today we'll again be dealing with the general characters of Scoliodon. In the initial lectures or the video before this, what we have seen is the systematic position of Scoliodon, its geographical distribution, its habitat, and we have also seen, we had begun with the external characters or say general characters of this particular organism, where we had discussed about the shape, size, color and body division. Okay, now in today's lecture what we'll do is we'll study this particular organism according to its body division. We'll see what all structures are present on each of its body division. And then last lecture we have seen that the body of Scoliodon is divided basically into three parts, which is head, trunk and tail, and there is no clear demarcation between these three regions, and the neck is absent. Now let's see what all structures are present on the head, what is present on the trunk and what is present on the tail, or how the tail is. Okay, let's begin with the head region. Now this is the head of the Scoliodon. If you see, it is dorsoventrally flat and it terminates anteriorly into a wedge shaped snout. If you see this particular region, this is nothing but the snout. Okay, dorsal and ventral side of the snout is going to bear a specialized structures or specialized thermoreceptor organs called as ampulla of Lorenzini. See, the ampulla of Lorenzini will only be confined towards this particular region. They will not be present anywhere else. They will only be present on the snout region, on the dorsal as well as on the ventral side. Right? No other region of the body is going to bear the ampulla of Lorenzini, and these are thermoreceptors. Okay, the next one is going to be the nostrils. If you see here, the nostrils are present, right? These are the nostrils. Nostrils are placed at one at each side of the mouth. So on one side, so there will be one pair of nostril. Each one nostril will be placed on the opposite side of the head region. Okay. Now if you see the function of the nostril, generally what you will feel is it is for respiration, but no, it is not there for nostrils in Scoliodon, or sharks are not there for respiration. The only purpose of this is olfaction, right? It is an exclusively olfactory organ. The sense of smell is the only function with which it has. Now this nostrils do not have any connection with the mouth cavity. Okay, and they will be covered by they will be not totally but partly they will be covered by small fold of skin. Okay, so this was about the nostrils. Now let's talk about the eyes. Eyes are very clearly seen in this particular diagram. Now a pair of prominent circular eyes is present on the lateral side of the head. So on either lateral side you are going to have one eye present. Now what happens is, because of this placement of eye each on the lateral side, binocular vision is not possible. Okay, like in our case what happens is our vision is binocular vision. Both our eyes are going to see the same thing and take it, and the brain is going to process it as a single image, right? Whereas in this case monocular vision is there. Now the eye from the right side is going to see what all things are present on the right, and the eye that is present on the left side is going to see what all things are present on the left. Accordingly the information will be processed. Okay, so because of the placement, this kind of placement, binocular vision is not possible and they have monocular vision. So eyes have non-movable upper and lower eyelids. Okay, and they also have a nictitating membrane, which is also referred to as the third eyelid. Now let's talk about the mouth. If you see here, this particular structure till here, it is the mouth. Okay, please see the arrow over here. This is a mouth. Okay, now it is a crescentric opening, and it will, if you see it here, it is present on the ventral side. So it is ventrally located crescentric opening. It has upper immovable jaw and lower movable jaw. Only the lower jaw is going to move, upper jaw is not going to move. Now these jaws are guarded by the backwardly directed teeth. Okay, there will be rows of teeth present, and these are homodont. We have already discussed what is a homodont kind of teeth. These are the teeth which are going to have similar shape and size. Compare them with your teeth. Your teeth, all of your teeth are not same in shape and size, right? The size and shape of your teeth are going to differ. But this case is not present in the Scoliodon. All of the teeth that they have in their mouth are going to be same in shape and size. Secondly, the teeth are also polyphyodont, right? The older teeth will get replaced by new ones throughout the life. In many times, like we are diphyodonts, right? Twice we get the teeth. But in case of Scoliodon, the teeth will be coming, once they are lost, they will keep on coming throughout the life. It's not once, it's not twice, it's not thrice, it is many times, multiple times. Okay. Also, a non-muscular, non-glandular and non-protrusible tongue is going to be present. Okay. Now, on the lateral side of the head region, lying just behind the mouth, see, this is mouth, and behind the mouth you have this 5 pair of gill slits. Here you can see 5 because the other 5 are on the other side. So on each side there are 5 vertical gill slits, which makes them 5 pairs of gill slits are present, which are also called as branchial or gill clefts. Now the function of this gill slits is for respiration. Nostril is not for respiration, but these structures are there for respiration. The branchial clefts or the gill clefts lead into the gill pouches, which in turn open into the pharyngeal cavity. So this was about the head region of the Scoliodon. Let's move on towards the next part, which is the trunk region of the Scoliodon. As I have already mentioned that there is no clear demarcation anywhere. You will not find, see, look at the body, you will not find any clear demarcation over here where the tail ends, not tail ends, but where the head ends and where the trunk starts. There is no clear demarcation. Okay, let's begin with the trunk region then. Now the trunk is going to extend from the region behind the last gill cleft to the cloacal aperture. So it entirely the trunk region. Okay. Now it attains maximum thickness in the middle region and is laterally compressed. So this portion that you see over here is going to have maximum thickness and the body is going to be laterally compressed. Understand one thing very clearly, head is dorso-ventrally compressed, whereas the body is laterally compressed. Now, what all structures do you see over here? You will see the fins present over here, right? Various types of fins present over here. Let's see what all kind of fins are there. The first one is median unpaired fins. So how many median unpaired fins are there? There are 2 dorsal fins, which is going to be single, right? Single fin here, single fin here. 1 caudal and 1 ventral. Now this is a caudal fin and this is the ventral fin. Okay. So now let's talk about the median unpaired fins. The fins included in this category have 2 dorsal, 1 caudal and 1 ventral fin. The dorsal fins are triangular in outline. The anterior dorsal fin is large and is situated at about middle region of the body. The posterior dorsal fin is comparatively small and occupies a median position between the first dorsal fin and the tip of the tail. So this is, you can see it here, you can visualize the names over here. Okay. Now moving on to the next type of fins, which are lateral paired fins. There are two pairs of lateral fins lying ventrolaterally in the trunk region. One pair of pectoral fins, right? This is pectoral fin and this is pelvic fin. The pectoral fins are large and situated posterior to the gill clefts. And the pelvic fins are much smaller, and in females these are simple, but in case of males each of them is connected with a copulatory organ called as mixipterygium or clasper. A clasper is a rod-like structure having a dorsal groove leading to a siphon at its base. Clasper is a copulatory organ. It is going to aid during the copulation. Now let's talk about the cloacal aperture. The cloacal aperture is an elongated opening at the base of the tail lying on the ventral side in between the pelvic fins. It is common opening for digestive and urinogenital systems. The cloaca receives rectum, urinary and genital ducts. On either side of the cloaca there is a pair of an opening on elevated papillae called as abdominal pores. This is the opening through which the coelom communicates with the exterior environment. Now let's move on towards the tail region. Now the tail in case of these organisms is heterocercal kind of tail. Let's see what it means and what is heterocercal tail. Now the tail starts from cloacal aperture, tapers posteriorly and forms about half of the body. The tail appears oval in cross section. It is referred to as heterocercal tail, which means that the posterior end of the vertebral column is bent upwards, right, making it asymmetrical. If you see it here, the tail is asymmetrical kind of tail. Okay. The median caudal fin consists of dorsal epicaudal lobe, okay, and well developed ventral lobe or hypocaudal lobe. So this lobe that you are seeing here is epicaudal lobe and this one is hypocaudal lobe, and because of a notch, because of this particular notch over here, this hypocaudal lobe is again divided into two. One is the larger part and the other one is the smaller part. At the roof of the tail there are two shallow depressions called as caudal pits. You can see here a pit present. This is nothing but a caudal pit. It is present on both dorsal and ventral side. So caudal pits are regarded as the diagnostic features of Scoliodon. The third median ventral fin is located in the midventral line and just anterior to the caudal fin. There is a faint longitudinal line on the lateral side of the trunk and tail region and also over the head. Now see this particular line, if you see here, right, this line, and it is going to branch inside the head region. Okay, so the branching is not shown over here. Now this is the lateral line canal system lying below it. The lateral line canal system contains the receptors for detecting waves and currents of the water. So this was all about the characteristic features of Scoliodon or the external characters of Scoliodon, and I am very thankful to you for listening to the lecture. Thank you so much.